brew gone wild. So, my buddy Dave decided he wanted to try his hand at brewing his own beer. He'd read a couple of articles online, watched a few YouTube videos, and suddenly he was the self-proclaimed brewmaster of the backyard. Naturally, he roped the rest of us into his frothy adventure with promises of free beer and bragging rights. We were all in, mostly because free beer is free beer, and who doesn't want to say they helped create a craft brew, even if it was just in Dave's garage. One weekend, we all assembled in Dave's garage, which he had meticulously transformed into a makeshift brewery. It was complete with a fermenter that looked suspiciously like an old garbage can and an assortment of hoses that seemed to be connected in a way that defied all known principles of physics. Dave handed us each a task, most of which involved stirring or keeping an eye on suspicious bubbles. The process was long and filled with more mishaps than a slapstick comedy. At one point, Steve accidentally added too much sugar, claiming he was just trying to sweeten the deal. A week later, we were back for the grand unveiling of what we hoped would be the glorious nectar of our labor. As Dave poured the first glass, we noticed it had an unnaturally bright color and a fizz that seemed aggressive, almost like it was trying to escape the confines of its glass prison. We hesitated but took a sip anyway. Immediately, a jolt of energy coursed through us like we'd just chugged a gallon of rocket fuel. It turns out, Steve's sugar overload had created some sort of hypercaffeinated concoction that left us jittery and wide-eyed for hours. We had accidentally brewed an energy drink instead of beer. The local gym caught wind of our beer, and before we knew it, our brew became the unofficial drink of choice for all the local fitness buffs. It was all fun and games until someone tried to deadlift a small car. In the end, we had to admit, we weren't just home brewers, we were pioneers of a new kind of beverage. As we sat around sipping our creation, Dave grinned and said, "Well, I guess we put the brew in Brutally Energetic."